What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTide TV, second video of the day. If you missed the first video, it will be linked in the description and card in the top right corner. In this video, my very first golden weapon review for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. This is the only weapon that I have gold for. Currently, I am working on some other weapons, but I've kind of been jumping around between different weapons, and I've been trying out everything. Of course, I have played COD 4 in the past, but I've been retrying everything, making sure everything's still up to par as it was back in the day. I don't need to make any specific videos about any specific weapons that have changed or anything like that. So I've been trying everything out, and for the most part with this game, I've been playing a lot of Search and Destroy. I mostly play Search and Destroy while I'm like watching YouTube videos or answering comments or going through and editing new videos. So I'm always playing Search and Destroy, and I just never get the chance to get 150 headshots on all of my weapons when I'm playing Search and Destroy. It takes a while to get your headshots in this game, and to get 150 headshots on even one weapon, especially when I'm switching between them all the time, it's pretty difficult. I haven't been able to get any other weapon gold besides this, but not to worry, there will be future golden weapon reviews as well. I'm going to try and cover every single weapon in this game, as I'm trying to cover every single weapon in Infinite Warfare as well. So this video, we're talking about the Model 40A3. Now, before we actually start talking about the sniper rifle, I'd just like to make a little disclaimer that with Call of Duty Modern Warfare being such a classic game and this remaster being so special to so many people, you're likely not going to agree with me on some of these points. I'm going to say some things about some weapons, and you might be very passionate about those weapons, and you might think that I am wrong or that you have a better opinion than me. If you do, let me know in the comment section, but try not to be a dick about it. Try not to say, oh, you're like the worst ever because you don't like this weapon. We all have different preferences, and this is my personal opinion on these weapons, my personal recommendations for these weapons. So just be aware of that. Don't jump down my throat if I say something that offends you because you really like a weapon that you've been using for 9 years straight. So that out of the way, let's jump into this weapon review, the M40A3. So the M40A3 is the first sniper rifle that you unlock in the game. You don't even actually have to unlock it. I believe the first time you're leveling up, going through your leveling system, you get it at level 5 because that's when you can create a class. And every prestige, every subsequent prestige, you get it right away, right off the bat. You can instantly make a class with it. You don't have to unlock it at any certain level. So it's just instantly available to you. I think it's also featured in a default class as well. So this is the mid-tier sniper rifle. It's not really amazing at anything, and it's not really terrible at anything either. It's kind of right in the middle for fire rate. It's right in the middle for abilities in quick scoping and hard scoping. It's right in the middle for damage. It's not really superior in damage. The R700 and Barrett 50 cal do actually have an extra damage multiplier to the torso, whereas this one does not. So this one is going to be a one-shot kill from about the pectoral area and up, whereas comparatively the R700 Barrett 50 cal will get a one-shot kill from the waist and up. Now that is not factoring in stopping power. If you add in stopping power, this weapon is a one-shot kill from about the waist and up, and then of course you can add on the ACOG sight, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So this weapon is pretty good at damage wise. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's kind of right in the middle. The real reason that you'd use this weapon is for your quick scoping. A lot of people really enjoy this weapon for quick scoping. It's got a good feel to it. It aims down the sights seemingly faster than the R700 Barrett 50 cal, but they're all pretty well on par. This weapon just feels really nice for quick scoping. It feels like you're aiming down sights and you're getting your target on a lot faster than those other weapons. Part of that could possibly be that this weapon is a little bit more stable than the R700. The R700 is the other bolt action, and it's the other one that you'd really want to use for quick scoping. It's actually my favorite sniper rifle in the game, but comparatively with this weapon, the R700 actually has much more idle sway. It actually, when you're just aiming down the sights and looking, say you're hard scoping, your sight is moving all over the place because your guy, I don't know if the R700 is supposed to be heavier or something, but your guy is pantsing. He can't catch his breath when he's holding that weapon, whereas with this weapon, it's a lot more stable. It's a lot easier to use. So if, say, you're black scoping, say you're aiming in really quickly, you're not holding your breath, you're just trying to get your shot on right away, because this weapon doesn't have as much idle sway, you will get your shot on a little bit easier, a little bit quicker, but at the risk of getting more hit markers, of course. So that's why a lot of people prefer this weapon for quick scoping. It's just, it feels quicker and it feels a lot more stable than the R700 or the Barrett 50 cal. So if I have not yet made it clear, this weapon is great for two different sniping playstyles, the first of which is your long-range hard scoping playstyle. You're going to use the reg scope, sit at the back of the map, and the advanced stability will help you to aim down sights and not have to worry about swaying all over the place. You can get those long shots without too much of a hassle as long as you have the accuracy to get the upper chest headshots. The other playstyle that this weapon is great for is the balls to the wall sniper, the guy that runs straight into the enemy base. He's spraying off shots, trying to get clips and all kinds of crazy nonsense. This sniper is right for that guy because you can get a hit marker on somebody, but as long as you have the skill with the accuracy and the speed to aim down sights and get another hit marker on him and kill him, this weapon is great. It's that fast-paced sniper rifle. It's the sniper rifle that you're going to see a lot of people getting clips with. This is like essentially the quick scoping sniper rifle, and that is what it's mostly used for. Now, if you want to do the balls to the wall sniping, but you're not really sure about getting hit markers and getting follow-up shots on the enemies that you just hit markered, well, you can always use the ACOG sight. ACOG sight I'm using in this gameplay, and I'm highly recommending that you use it on this weapon because it's godly. It's the most powerful attachment in pretty much the entire game on any weapon. The ACOG sight on the M40 has a very special trait. If you did not know, there was all these kind of crazy weapon traits, things that were happening with different attachments on different weapons in the original COD 4. I don't know if they were intentional or if the studio just fucked up and they forgot to fix them or whatever, but because they became instant classics, Raven Software brought them back for Modern Warfare Remastered, including the ACOG scope glitch for the M40 sniper rifle. If you did not know, the ACOG scope adds damage to the M40. This weapon, or this attachment, does not work on any other weapon this way, but the attachment on the M40A3 adds damage. This is just unparalleled in this game. It adds enough damage that when combined with stopping power, you can get a one-shot kill on someone's foot. Straight up, easy as pie. You can shoot somebody in their pinky toe and they will die instantly with this weapon, ACOG and stopping power. This weapon is also the only weapon in the game that can counter a jug user with one shot. If you get a headshot on a jug user while using ACOG and stopping power, you will one-shot kill them. That's the only thing in the entire game that can one-shot kill a jug user. Of course, if you do hit a jug user anywhere else on the body with ACOG and stopping power, you'll still get a hit marker, you'll still have to get a follow-up shot. But this is the most powerful sniper rifle in the game, the highest damage sniper rifle in the game if you're using ACOG and stopping power. The only downside to ACOG is that when you're using it, you cannot hold your breath, your sway is kind of a little bit nuts, and it's hard to get your shots on at long range. So this is really meant for the balls to the wall sniper. If you are going to put ACOG sight and stopping power on this, you got to get in close. This is basically unusable at long range because of how much idle sway there is, and the point itself on the ACOG scope is a little bit hard to use. It's pretty broad. It's kind of hard to tell where you're actually going to be shooting because it's so thick. There's not like a pinpoint crosshair. It's kind of like a thick little tiny arrow, and it makes it kind of difficult to get those long shots with the ACOG sight, and my gameplay may have demonstrated that. But you're gonna really want to get really close range if you are using the ACOG sight on this weapon, but that is highly recommended here. That is my recommended class, actually, is the M40A3 with ACOG sight. You can use whatever secondary you want. You can use whatever lethals and tacticals and whatever you want, but ACOG sight 100%. You don't need to worry about perk 1. That can be whatever you want. I generally like to use RPGs or something like that just in case if the helicopter comes in, you can help your team out a little bit. But perk 2 and perk 3, you definitely gonna want to use stopping power and deep impact. So that is my class for you guys today. M40A3, ACOG sight, stopping power, deep impact. I hope this video helped you out a little bit. I hope you agree with my golden weapon review that this weapon is kind of that mediocre sniper rifle until you put the ACOG sight on there, and then it just completely stomps everything. So this sniper rifle is definitely going to get a 3 out of 5 stars for me, just because the reg weapon, definitely like just totally plain, this weapon isn't the best, but it takes a little bit of doing to make this weapon the best. So that is why it only gets 3 out of 5 stars, but I hope you agree with this. If you don't, let me know what you think about this weapon in the comments section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more daily gaming goodness, and I'll see you guys on the next one.